So now we're going to do bases. Bases actually work in everyday numbers. You just don't realize it for the most part. So when you have a number, say 245, you're like, oh, I know what 245 is. And it's actually in base 10. So this is 10 squared, this is 10 to the first, and this is 10 to the 0th. This is, which is equal to 100, 10, and 1. So these are the place values. So this is 1 place, 10's place, 100's place. And so you know what that means because you've used numbers like this in everyday life all the time. And different bases work the exact same way. So say you have 401, base 9. This is 9 squared, which is 81. This is 9 to the first, which is 9. This is 9 to the 0th, which is 1. So this is the 9 squared's place, just like this is the 10 squared's place, because it's in base 9. And also, any number to the 0th power is 1, so that's how that works. So, when you have all these numbers, you know what 245 is because you don't realize it, but you go 2 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 5 times 1. So 401 is the same thing in base 9. You do 81 times 4 and 0 times 9 and 1 times 1. That's the number. So now let's practice converting from a different base to base 10 and then from base 10 to another base. Alright, so if you have 23 base 6, the test will then ask you, hi, what's that in base 10? So you could go, oh, this is the 6 to the 1's place and this is the 6 to the 0's place, but that can be difficult when you have base 9 or you have like more digits out there. And there are bases past base 10, there's base 11, base 16, so this is why they made up a trick for that. So what you do is you multiply the leftmost number, which in this case is 2, times the base, so 6. And so 2 times 6 is 12, and then you add the number 1 to the right of it, so that's 3. So your answer is 15. If you'd had more digits, you would have done that again, starting with the 3. You would have gotten 6 times 3 plus the number next to it. So now let's convert from base 10 to a different base. So now we have 25 base 10 and let's convert that to base 6. So what you do is you find the number that is a multiple of 6 but less than 25. So what times 6 is equal to or less than 25? Well, the closest thing you have is 4, so you write down the 4. And then you imagine that you did the division. So 6 times 4 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. Now if you had a remainder that was greater than 6, you would have divided that by 6 again. But since it's 1, you just write it down. So the answer is 41.